Epik. Super scared right now. They are very afraid. Yes, I did say scared. Scared, because pirates. Okay, we'll assume. But yes, we do see Epik Gaming hiding around in the back of their jungle. I think they were hoping that they would get invaded upon and then like get a gank off on the side. The Clairvoyance was watching pretty much every aggressive brush they could possibly have been in. But Damden, Damden going to pick up a wolf right there. Is going to get a little bit of help from Dyrus taking out this top camp. But ooh, yes, some fair aggression here from Fnatic. They're going to take down the Wraith camp fairly easily. A Clairvoyance goes down as well to make sure they didn't get picked up on. And that's going to be just fine for them. And here comes the pull from Jarvan. And yes, Damden will be able to take this Golem down pretty safely there. The Consume goes off, 2 more attacks, and that will be the pickup. And okay, here we go. AP Alistar fighting, very obviously AP Swain. Malzahar versus Jarvan and mid. So we see a little bit of divergence now in the lineups as we have Mage versus Mage mid, but tanky DPS physical versus Mage top. So I guess you could call Alistar tanky DPS. He's kind of a tanky Mage. He's kind of like Gragas. So he's still AP damage. So it's magic damage from Fnatic and physical damage from Epik.
Yeah, and Shushi's obviously at these lower levels probably going to be putting a lot of pressure down onto Swain. And up at the top lane, you can already see that PK has done exactly the same onto Dyrus, and as they both hit level 2. Down at the bottom, of course, it is Ashe versus Vayne. And pretty.
Dyrus pushing aggressively already with exhaust and the jump onto PK, but he's going to flash out of the way. He's going to be fine just there, putting down that silencing wall, going to make it out just fine. Dyrus, though, down to 2 health potions. The PK going to go through his as well. Looks like all the players have now spammed their summoners. Dyrus pushed down both. PK actually does still have Ignite, so if he gets to play aggressively a little bit later, he's got that roughly 100 damage now in his back pocket in case he needs it. Nunu actually going to come around and maybe find a gank for himself. And the flash is down, so this could be really bad for PK. And Damden coming around. Dyrus is nearby as well. PK not with a great silence, going to keep him from getting slowed by Nunu. And yeah, he's going to make that escape just barely, and he's going to actually peel back right away.
Yeah, some nice early pushes going on there, and you know, we're going to have to expect that. Obviously, Damden going to have a push up at this top whenever he can, try to get that kill onto Malzahar as early as possible, give his teammate that advantage. In the middle, we saw Shushi actually constantly harassing Sals, and that seems to be working out quite nicely for him. We're going to see Jarvan up at the top getting a nice bit of free farm as those minions come in towards that turret range. We may see something down at bottom as well. We've got Cyanide sniffing around. No, he's decided to actually back away from that as a Clairvoyance goes right on top of him. So they know where Cyanide is. And actually, Danden's going to come in aggressive onto him. And they're just going to go at it slowly, very slowly. Shushi's starting to work his way around, and Bandage toss in. And surely Danden's just going to run away from this one. No, he's going to keep playing it hard, and in comes Vayne. This could be very bad for Fnatic. Cyanide will surely go down at this point. Yes, he will. It is Swain who takes first blood. West Rice is constantly putting the pressure onto Shushi as well, but can't quite get into him before he reaches that turret and gets to the safety. But first blood for Epik.
Wow, great opening there. And this, you know, I'm going to, you know, we talked about it the very first day. I do want to see Epik win, at the very least, just to see, you know, closer to the NAEU finals. Really, the win of the first game doesn't matter. All I'm really going to do is root for the loser of the first game in Game 2 and then Game 3. We'll see how it goes. I do kind of want to see NA push through and take a winner bracket final match. I want to see those lineups there because I don't want to see, you know, one continent getting shoved out too early on. I mean, unfortunately, Southeast Asia did, and I would have loved to see one of those teams at least hit a relegation match. Zan almost made it through, but so I'll say up to a great start right now, pushing through, actually getting Alistar back to his turret, and he's got that golem buff thanks to the kill on the jungler, and that's a wonderful advantage there. Shushi taking a ton of damage, but there comes the pulverize and the headbutt, pushing Salsi into that turret range, but of course, there's so many minions to tank that. Almost the bandage toss in from Cyanide FI, pushing Salsi lower and lower. Of course, he does not have a good way of getting health, but he's going to land the never move, and Cyanide FI down about half health, but I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, down bottom, a couple of pings going off, but it's fairly even down there. We see obviously Lamia, who's playing Ashe, up at level 4 already. West Rice can't be far behind that one as well. Nope. In fact, as I say, he actually dings, and Jarvan is dancing
pilling. I love that. Oh, Dyrus trolling everyone all the time. Bot lane damage up on a Melisande, so very low, but can't quite pick it up. Westrise has that lizard buff, and that did help him push down quite a lot. Lamia's pushing him back right now. Double If, though, will continue to completely sustain him on health, and as he gets one more heal in, Westrise can completely zone him. Right now, he could get bursted down, but now he should play completely aggressively. He should completely zone out Lamia right now, and he's not doing it. I think that's a mistake right there. Ash should not get a single lick of experience right now if Westrise plays it correctly, and instead, Lamia is actually still managing to last hit, and I think he shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, and actually Westrise is going to be going back. And will we see Double If follow? Probably not. Westrise decides against it. And he's going to hang on. We will see Janna coming back into lane for Fnatic here in just a second. And it was Soraka who actually went back for Epik. As you can see on the screen there, we had Cyanide just finishing off the walls before he goes home. He starts buying up. And actually we've got double Doran's ring already for Double If right off the start.
So Double If actually going for ability pass. Actually, one of the cool things about the supports is normally you see, oh wait, hold on, a quick fight coming in from Dyrus versus PK, getting him down to about half health. PK should still have his ultimate and ignite, but Dyrus at full health is not going to be easy to kill. I think a full cover from PK would get him close to dead, especially if Dyrus' shield is down. Some more harass coming on there. Yeah, there we go. The Malefic Vision's going to hit Dyrus pretty hard. PK's got a decent cooldown, though, on that spell. It's, I believe, about 13 seconds right now. It's 7 plus 2 per level, so that's actually 11 then. So yeah, it's going to be a fairly moderate cooldown there. It's not going to be able to do a ton of damage to easily push down onto Dyrus, but certainly over time can wear him down and get him into a burst damage range. Salsi's still going to keep out in mid with Golem buff, actually, which is just timed out now, is going to make him have to fight at his home turret, and that's going to mean a couple of missed last hits. And we're going to see if he can do anything with that. He's going to be able to pick up actually, missed actually a lot of these, actually. The turret's going to take almost all of these last hits right there. That's a little bit unfortunate for Salsi, only getting one of those 4. And yes, I am talking about last hits. Yes, this is still free casting about minion kills. Cyanide FI going to jump over to the Lizard camp right now, going to get Lizard for himself. Maybe he'll donate it over to Malzahar or Alistair. I doubt it, though. They're going to be less likely to gank. And a couple of interesting things we see here is that Fnatic actually not using teleport on Malzahar as AAA did. It worked so well for them. I'm surprised that they're not copying that style because it gave them a good number of kills. But okay, here comes the burst onto Shushe, getting rooted up by Dyrus and Salsi. And actually he whiffs the knock up there, but Shushe could still go down. Dyrus takes him back to the face. Asher is going to block onto Salsi, and Shushe actually staying alive, surprisingly, through all of that. I think it was the missed knock up from Dyrus that caused that. But here comes PK across the map. Dan Din going to get dropped down almost definitely. 1-1 now the kill score, bringing that back alive. 9.4 versus 9.2 thousand gold, almost equivalent right now. PK, though, with a golem buff, going to be pretty beautiful.
Oh, and Westrise almost being caught there by the bandage toss from Cyanide. Salsa is fairly low still, and with the two there, with Malzahar and Alistair around, he doesn't want to push in and get his heals off. He's actually used health potions to start working his way in. Ooh, PK just pulling the tower. Not what he wanted to do, and looks like they're going to dive in there. In comes the bandage toss. Yep, Salsa is going to go down. Is he? No, right now he's managing to survive, and it's going to be Cyanide that come and be in a little bit of trouble. We've got Jarvan chasing him down. In comes a nice move, though, from the cow to keep that one fairly good, and Dyrus and Dandin will both be out of that one. Nicely done.
A great ult from him, just barely saving his team, and a great sounds coming out there as well, going to help keep his team from getting slowed by Dan Din. And wow, I can't believe no one died there. There's so many low champions. Look at Malzahar at less than a bar of health. We got a couple of really low champions here as well. Dyrus very, very nearly died to that burst, but managed to heal up just barely. That Soraka with the wish, keeping him alive. And that's what I was talking about right before that gank happened up top. Is Soraka is one of those champions, the support champions, that actually benefit from ability power enough that you're going to go for it. In the NA finals, I saw a lot of not Doran's Ring, but Mass Cage pick on Soraka in those games, and just to give her the ability power, because her heals scale actually very significantly with AP, and that's the thing, right? We were actually seeing some of the players talk about how they wanted to keep Soraka down, because if he gets ability power, what we see Tarek and Sona and the last support, John, are the main ones that we see. When they get farmed, they get more tanky. They usually build support items like Shirley's Reverie, maybe a Randuin's if they really get up there. But, their impact is still just, I knock someone up, whatever, my base spell damages and base spell abilities is what kicks it in for me. But Soraka actually scales incredibly well off of ability power, and those heals can really save people. With both her main heal with Astral Blessing and the Wish, her ultimate, those are giant AP ratios, and they give a lot of health back to single targets and the full team. And so Soraka really actually wants to farm and actually get a lot of gold. You can see that she's at 24 minion kills, which actually is not too shabby since Janna's still at 1. She's got the 2 Doran's rings, and ability power, like I said, really, really awesome on Soraka. And it does allow her those really great burst heals. So her going a bunch of Doran's rings, not surprising me at all. It really does allow her more impact in this game, so it's no surprise that they're actually letting her solo on bottom while they have basically everyone else roam around the map right now.
Yeah, the minion kills up on that top lane not really working out for Jarvan. Actually, he's 49 to the 72 of Malzahar, who's obviously off to a good start. You see there a bit of pressure in that middle area from Shushi, who will continue to just annoy Salse, who will be able to heal up at any given opportunity at this point. Double lift staying at the back of the minion pack, and
Westrice back into the game. Yeah, he actually managed to DC for a couple of seconds. That's part of the reason why Soraka was soloing for so long. Did actually manage to last hit pretty well with those banana throws for the basic attack. And here comes an Asher across the map. Will it land onto Salsi? No, it will not, but the ping has gone out. They know that Dyrus should know about this. Oh, that was close. It would have been cool if Malzahar actually predicted where the arrow would go and stunned him when he was in range of that one, but I think Dyrus stayed out of range enough. And he's actually going to push onto XP, but jumps right into a giant burst combo, and he is down to about a quarter health. The silence will hit, the ignite still ticking away, but he might survive this. Malefic Vision's doing some pretty good damage now in the mid lane. Shushe going to stun away these people, has popped his ultimate as well, so he's going to keep himself alive right there. Has golem buffs, so plenty of mana to spam those heals onto himself. The 2 Doran's rings and the ability power going to make him hard to push around.
Yeah, nicely done by Shushe, and also PK obviously up on this top lane, who is taking all the damage there, as we may see something on the bottom now. I'm not sure what PK was doing there, why he kept that tower damage coming in onto him. I mean, obviously wanted to do it. There's a lot of minions on that tower. It's not going to go down to that push, but either way. And Westrice just putting out a bit of annoyance onto Ashe. But Fnatic, of course, are in and are doing Dragon already. We're going to have Ashe coming in to support. I'm not sure. It doesn't look, to be honest, like Epik even have a clue about this. Okay, so they've pinged in there. There were no wards in the immediate area as far as I can see from Epik. So that's something that they should probably be really trying to work out. I mean, if you look at the Fog of War in terms of Fnatic's view, they've got a really great bit of ward vision going on across the whole river area.
Yeah, they got the one over by Baron, which will spawn in about a minute and a half. They've got 2 covering the bottom jungle. Oh, never mind. I actually thought, yeah, the ward also spots Epik moving around in that jungle over there. We look over at Epik, though. Their ward control, not too great. They got a couple of aggressive ones here, but here comes a gank in from Alistar. And, just a great prediction arrow there on the double lift. He's going to get stunned out, but he's already flashed over the wall. He is going to be safe. Salsi put out a root right there just in case someone wanted to flash over, but that did not happen, so they're all pretty safe so far. Salsi's going to continue to last hit. Getting headbutt pulverized, though, right away by Alistar. Some pretty good damage there. Alistar with 51 ability power doing some pretty decent damage on his spells. And Epik, they're going to start farming now. Westrice back into the game and try to catch up in minion kills. Unfortunately, down by about 40 on this Ashe. That is quite unfortunate, though he does have the assist there. And here comes the gank in from Silent Fi, and the damage up on Dyrus is pretty immense, jumping into that Malzahar spell combo, but not enough damage is done. They managed to chain their CCs together, which meant that Dyrus really didn't take the entirety of the pool duration there, that null zone. He actually managed to jump out of it at the end there, so Dyrus kept himself alive, did burn Flash to get out a little bit faster, but Fnatic will get the first turret kill of the game now. The top turret will go down. That 2v1 gank did give them that potential. And now Fnatic in a fairly decent advantage now, by 2,500 gold.
Yeah, it's a nice start from Fnatic. Obviously, scoreline still 1-1 as Westrice puts out that little bit of aggression on bottom. Will back away now. Double Leaf actually started to peel back home there for a second, but yeah, there we go. He's going to finish that one off, so he'll be going back to buy something else to add to his couple of Dawn's rings, at which he bought that lot earlier on. Just looking at the minion kills down at the bottom, it's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. 57 for Vayne and 118 for Ashe.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate for Westrice there. It looks like XP are going to come around. They're going to find Dan Din doing Golem. The Clairvoyance does reveal that they're getting spotted. And Shushu going to do a pretty good job taking this one over. They do know that Dyrus is coming back now. It's a 2v2 here on this Golem still. There is no smite here from Fnatic, so Epik has a really good chance here of taking this one over. It's pretty hard to outsmite Nunu, who can consume into smite. And yeah, it's just that true damage combo is massive, and he will pick up the Golem buff. He's going to finish out the rest of these little mini lizards here, who are the support units for that Golem. Going to pick those up, 10 gold apiece, and he's going to be fine right there. Crisis averted. They did not get ganked. They did not lose that buff. Shushu's still pushing around onto Salsi. He's got the blasting one now, so 91 AP. Going to be nice for that Alistair.
Yep, Soraka hanging around in that middle area, just giving a little bit of support to Salsi. There are 2, 3 almost around that middle area. Obviously, Cyanide is there as well. The aggressive wards have spotted that PK and Cyanide are moving around that area, and they have pinged Dandin as well, the ward right next to him.
Yeah, they could have gone for a jump there.
Interesting.
Malzahar's ult was up. I really think they could have gone for a flash grab on him. I mean, the thing is, he is...
always out of position terribly. Dandin is in some real trouble right now, and surely he's going to go down. 3 versus 1. There's nothing that Dandin can do, and he thought he was safe. He had that ward there. What he didn't know is that the Fnatic ward was in the bush that he was waiting in before that.
Yeah, they didn't know he was there. That was a really good coordinated effort by Fnatic, ending up picking that one up quite nicely. And actually a little bit of fight coming on between Westrice and Melisson. And Lamia Zelda's come in from the back. Westrice not in great shape. Will flash back into range. He's going to drop. Oh, he's going to stun Lamia Zelda first, but he is going to go down. Ash picking that one up pretty comfortably. Already has a Bloodthirster in the inventory. That is pretty powerful. 3-1 right now. Fnatic in quite the advantage.
Yeah, and that's going to set Westrice back even further. I mean, 75 to 135, pretty much double the amount of farm from Lamia, and actually they're going to push in onto double lift, who is in a whole host of trouble. Does get exhausted, did flash away though, and now we're going to see Nunu push in. What can he do? Ulti is popped, and there was the ulti back from Melissan, and that's what you were talking about a little bit earlier on. Fnatic with their crowd control abilities. This Nunu ultimate is going to be very difficult to actually get off in an effective position, and we are seeing now also 2 down from this middle area. We will see Alistair and Amumu move in, but Epik aren't going to fall for it. They're going to push back, but we will see a tower push coming, I think, from Fnatic now.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty big deal. Fnatic in a 4v3 down here. Looks like Jarvan will stay top. Salsi is going to come in from the base, but it's going to be too little too late. Fnatic has a really good chance of this turret right now. Looks like Epik will not stop them in time. I don't know why Dandin is coming in. There's a 1v4 at this point. He's going to drop down almost immediately. Still taking heals from the Soraka, actually. Maybe she can keep him alive, but the cooldown will not come up in time. Silent FI will pick up the kill there. Shusha getting blocked into a wall, but they're not going to keep chasing through. Jarvan staying top, and actually with no summoner teleports, he could get a turret out of this. He's actually going to go ahead and keep spamming down. A minion will actually kill the turret in mid, though. So now that's, look at that, 3 turrets to 0. All the 3 outer turrets have been dropped down. Dyrus not going to push through here. And Malzahar is close by. Doesn't have a ton of ability power just yet. Only the Rod of Ages. So Dyrus will pull away and not die. Will pull out a couple of these jungle mobs. That's cool for him. But actually about to get caught by PK. Will jump across the wall. He'll be fine. And now it's back to Westrice to farm bottom lane. And that should be pretty safe, actually, as everyone has retreated.
Yeah, in terms of items, Ash obviously is a long way ahead of Vayne as well. So that's going to be something that Epik really have to sort out before we get into you know, a little bit later phase of the game and they start going in those team fights, because right now they don't have much of a chance.
Yeah,
up by, hold on to that one.
5,000 gold and going for their second dragon now. Up 3 turrets to 0, about to be 2 dragons to 0, 4 kills to 1 as well. The farm advantage, 3 of them above 100. Only 1 from Epik is actually above that mark. And actually, arrow across the map will actually whiff everyone, but it's not really a big deal. They will get dragon regardless. They're going to be safe there, and they might actually come back in for a team fight here. Looks like the wards are up. They do know that that's been warded right there. Melisson will come in with the oracles. Cyanide FI will get the last hit there, 25 gold in tow. And here comes the lizard buff, maybe in for Epik. They're actually retreating now. Dandin will ping spam, that's the word I was looking for, onto that. But Fnatic looking to push mid, maybe. Ashe is soloing bottom, but the rest of them looking pretty aggressive here. They have a lot of burst damage and a lot of crowd control. They do go for this.
Yeah, I think they're just going to go running straight in for this one. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. And they're down to about half HP. Melisson is actually going to get caught. Manages to flash away from the situation. Westrice is going to be focused down by Sushi, but Fnatic need to be careful now. The rest of Epik are moving in from behind, but it looks like they are going to go in for this one. Sushi falling a little bit low, but the pressure is going in. Dandin is also very low, and that was a great flash from Sushi. Dandin maybe will get away from this one. He does have an ignite on him, does go down. Westrice is now the focus of the Fnatic attention. He's going to be absolutely obliterated as Dyrus comes diving in with Jarvan, and they're going to focus straight in. He did drop his ulti down. He's also got that ignite on him, and surely they will finish it off. Yes, they will. That's a great fight from Fnatic so far. It's not over yet. Obviously, once this next wave of minions comes up, they're going to be pushing heavily onto this mid tower.
Yeah, and they might actually be pushing towards Baron right now, or at least the enemy, the jungle right there. Looks like the bandit toss comes across. They were looking for Golem, but it is not yet up. And there it is, that second. So, wow, a good timing on those buffs. They're going to pick up Golem for themselves. Probably put that on PK, maybe onto Shushay, but it actually is going to be Shushay. He's going to pick up the Golem buff, so low cooldowns on that cow. It's going to be nice for him. There's Ashe, you can see, farming around in mid, has the Zeal, has the Berserker Speeds, and the Bloodthirst, so she's going to put out a lot of damage per attack. It's going to be very, very powerful.
Yeah, Ashe a real big threat. And the score, obviously, in terms of kills, 7-1, 8,000 gold more for Fnatic at this point of the game. With only 20 minutes gone, basically.
Yeah, Fnatic in a really, really great position right now. They're going to last hit these minions pretty well on Salsi, but you know, it's Double Lift just staying at bottom, going to spam them what he can. Looks like he has not actually learned any points into Astral or the Star Call, rather. He's going to last hit these minions with his banana throws. He's going to do all right there. Alistair still farming around in the jungle as well, so everyone really on Fnatic just clearing out for as much gold as they can get. Westrice still trying to farm out, trying to catch up to Ashe, pretty close to getting Bloodthirst, and once she has that, she'll be pretty much caught up. Zeal is nice, but not required for damage output. Really just Westrice needs to finish that first big item, and she'll be in good shape. She does scale better than Ashe, though, so as this game goes on, she'll start to catch up more and more and become more of a threat. Really, Ashe has that rank 1 arrow, well, rank 2 arrow by now, but as soon as she has level 6, she has all the utility she needs for the team, and just slowly but surely starts scaling down from there, whereas Westrice will continue to scale up on Vayne and do more and more damage and start outstripping Ashe's role as a ranged AD champion. So the longer they can pull this game, the better the chance is for Epik. They've not lost too many buildings. They have not killed a turret yet, but they've only lost 3. Though they are down by quite a lot, they can still wait across this game. Soraka will gain stronger and stronger heals. Dyrus will get more and more tanky. They have a really good shot, though, if they can stay up in this game.
Right now, Fnatic over in the Epik jungle on that bottom side. Not much around there, but they are placing those wards, just getting a very nice bit of map vision. Do have somewhat of a push down on bottom, and actually we did see there Sushi catching Dandin by surprise. I guess he didn't know that. We are going to see a push inside of middle as well. Westrice is completely out of position there, trying to push that mid turret. And he's going to fall very, very easily once again. 0-3-1, not really having the best game of his life, but we are seeing a push from Epik now. Let's see what they can do. Focus, is it going to be Sushi or is it going to be Cyanide? They don't really care. They're going to push in, actually. Ulti, of course, is out there from Nunu. We've seen South drop down low. There's the ultimate from Amumu, and Shushi's going to wait. Somehow, Cyanide got away from that one. Not quite enough to survive, but here come the rest of Fnatic. Soraka, surely the focus, first of all. She should fall very quickly to these 3, and they've actually decided to focus down on Dandin as well. Exhaust is on him. Finally, Soraka was dealt with, and I think Dandin is going to go down. Surely they'll be able to catch up with him here, and there we go. Sushi will finish it off, and it is 3 down for Epik, 1 down for Fnatic. And Westrice is going to charge in here, but he's not going to be able to do anything against these 3. And they're going to focus him again. And Westrice is dead, alive, dead, like that.
Wow, ouch, yeah. Fnatic doing a great job of those fights. Over in the top, we actually saw Fnatic x PK dueling against Dyrus, winning that one pretty handedly. Look at him just pushing down onto this turret. All the turrets are going down right now against Epik Gaming, and they're just doing a wonderful job right now. Just beautiful play from all these champions. PK 5-0-1, AP Alistair 3-0-6. Those are pretty much the star players for this game. Ashe, of course, doing well additionally with these arrows, but I really think it's really handed to the AP players who are locking up the right champions and dealing tons and tons of burst damage, getting these kills before anyone can really react. The PK actually building quite tanky on Malzahar, going 3-0-4 with a ton of, or not 3-0-4, sorry, I don't know what that was from actually, getting a ton of health items with Rylai's Crystal Scepter and Rod of Ages, so getting those AP items that start with R and it's working quite well. Salsi trying to keep up, has gone Mercury Treads and then a fast Void Staff. Not going for any heavy AP items, but actually going for resistance breaking, as I guess he was very worried about magic resist from this Fnatic team.
Yeah, we've got Melisande just clearing out wards up by Baron, and that's probably on the cards here very shortly for Fnatic. And all those wards are going to be taken away. Only one still up is actually where Fnatic are right now. And I guess they're going to go take themselves a dragon. And they're 11,000 gold in the lead.
Oh, wow.
12 to 2 in kills, 5 to 0 in turrets. This is not looking good whatsoever for Epik.
Yeah, this game is looking really great for Fnatic. At this point, they're basically going to get farther and farther ahead. The champions basically have gotten too many levels, and they're too durable right now. Level 15 and 16 in the top two. There are two 15s from Epik, but the rest of the team, though, the lowest level they have is 11. And that's just pretty telling. But the Asher is going to hit Dyrus, and they're going to jump in on there. He will get a perfect flash. They're going to keep him from getting killed by the giant burst combo that Fnatic could have pushed on to that team. So Dyrus will be safe, but his flash is down. And we're going to see if Epik can actually manage to do something now with the rest of this fight. Westrise has finished Bloodthirster, and that's the big damage that he really needed. Now, if Epik can play this one correctly, they do have good CC, they do have good zoning. And they are going to catch Dyrus in there. He's playing kind of by himself. He's not singed. He's playing a little bit too aggressively. He's going to catch a nice heal from Soraka. And now, who's it going to be who's going to take the focus? Looks like Dan Din is in the front. Dyrus actually jumping out of Lamia Zealot. Will they keep going onto this? He will ult as well, but really no one else from Epik is nearby. So Dyrus will go down by himself while Dan Din is also finally showing up. Dyrus actually keeping himself alive somehow. Soraka will pop that wish in there, but Salsi looks like he's going to be taking a death right here. Will get picked up. Dan Din trying to run away, and Westrise actually getting zoned out by Alistar, and Alistar does pick up that kill pretty much by himself. So 2 deaths from Epik, nothing picked up against Fnatic, and Fnatic could go for the 5v3 Baron attempt, and they are actually going in there. Cyanide taking a shield, turning on Despair, and doing some pretty good damage as the rest of his team shows up.
Yeah, no reason now for Fnatic to be worried about taking this Baron. And Epik are going to have a massive task on their hands if they want to stay into this first game. If you're just joining us, don't forget, we are in the upper bracket, the playoffs, and it is best of 3. So now this is just game 1. We will definitely have another game, and as we mentioned earlier, hopefully a game 3. But no, it's not quite over until it's over, let's say, until the fat lady sings.
Indeed. So Fnatic just in such wonderful shape, 14,000 gold up now, 50% ahead. And when we saw that from Fnatic last time, the game was over. And that seems to be what Fnatic does against these US teams now 3 times in a row. They start slowly building that advantage, building it over and over and over, and then suddenly they're just like skyrocketing ahead. They force these team fights that are such advantages for them, in front of Baron, in front of turrets, and they just have so much more gold now. Everyone on the team just incredibly farmed. And that's Fnatic just playing a wonderful game right there. Tantamount to art right there, and they're just crushing faces as this goes on. Epik still going to try to farm out there. Westrise breaking 120 minion kills, going to catch up a little bit over time into this fight, but I don't know if it's going to be too little too late. Every time we've seen that gold advantage really break away by that much of a margin, it's been pretty much a free win there, so that could just be scary. Epik, though, of course, still has a chance to go through in this. It is a best of 3, so even if Epik loses here, they can push through and win those next 2 games to push on. And so far, Joe Pickens is going pretty well so far. Epik is going to lose that first game most likely. They still have a shot, but it's a long one. But hopefully they can bring back the game 2 if this does, in fact, go for a loss.
Yep, and right now, obviously, Fnatic starting to put pressure on this mid tower. Yeah, and Epik are just going to let that one go. It was down below half HP anyway, so we'll see if Fnatic continue to push. I can't see any reason why not. There's plenty of minions in there with them as well, and they are just going to nail themselves in. We actually see Dandin start his ulti off onto Shushi, and it's hardly doing any damage to him, actually. And this is surely not going to go well for Epik once again. Dandin is very low. Ulti comes in from Cyanide, and we see double flashes out. Salse is super low. Actually, I'm not sure how he even survived at the end of that one. There goes Dandin. Obviously, Westrise down a lot earlier on as well. Jarvan is dead, and this surely Fnatic are just going to push straight through and get the victory.
Yeah, I think they have a really great chance here at this final push. They've killed 3 members, and there's actually the surrender vote as well. The first game will go to